What's up, guys? This is Jay from COI. So, yesterday, the second stimulus package passed, and by the way, this could have passed 2 weeks ago, but the Democrats were holding out. They were holding out, because they help the little man, right? They're always out to help the downtrodden, the middle class, the lower class. No, actually not true. They held out 2 weeks on this bill to get $75 billion for the hospitals. And you might think, well, okay, this is a pandemic. The hospitals need money. The hospitals are running on a completely failed model. They go broke because of the way they run their hospitals. They don't make money to do a heart surgery, they make money giving you fake tits. That's how hospitals work, and that needs to stop. That model needs to be redone completely. Regardless, you can argue they need the 75 billion even though they got 150 billion about a month ago, more like 3 weeks ago. Whatever, that's fine. 25 billion went to testing, and that is fair. We need to ramp up testing. We need the ability to get tests and home tests and things like that. That all needs to happen. And then 310 billion went to the SBA, the Paycheck Protection Program, which is good, except for, again, there is absolutely no oversight, and no small businesses will actually get any of this money. In fact, as I'm reporting this, it's probably pretty much already gone, I'm guessing. Uh, or I should say this: all the people who have applied will apply. They're going to be put on a hold and then told it's gone already. By the time your bank can actually access the ability to submit a form to apply for it, it'll be gone. So it doesn't matter. This did nothing. This was more and more bullshit for the rich. And by the way, with our tax money, just taking it and giving it to the rich. And they don't even lie about what they're doing anymore, which is probably the most disgusting aspect of it. As everyone who is in on this bill said, well, they ranged from it's not enough, we need to do more, to them saying, well, it's a stepping stone in the right direction. No, you were there. All of them were there. They could fix it, but they don't, and they don't want to. They want to take your money and give it to the rich, to give it to the big corporations, which, by the way, most of these big corporations were in line with hat in hand looking for a bailout 2 weeks after the pandemic started. 2 weeks. But you, on the other hand, oh, you were supposed to figure it out. Most of these companies that have grossed between 20 to 50 billion dollars, depending on what company we're talking about, over the last 10 years in profit, mind you, not payroll, not bonus, no profit. They couldn't make it 2 weeks. But you, on the other hand, who's living paycheck to paycheck like the average American family, you're supposed to make it a month, 2 months, whenever they fix the IRS website that no one's talking about. Just whenever. Ultimately, and they knew this, they were giving you the Sophie's choice of starvation, eviction, or getting sick. And hey, look, it's all in the name of the economy. We will let the hundreds of millions of Americans die to make sure the elites and the rich stay in power. And that's our Congress. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. They're both complicit in this. And there was talk about another stimulus check and maybe a UBI coming out, and I knew full well it wasn't going to happen. And it's not going to happen. Anyone who throws around that idea that, well, maybe they're still going to pass a UBI, or maybe we're going to get another 1,200. No, you're not going to get anything. Okay, that's over. For one, they're not going to really act in helping you or the average person out until the stock market drops again. And every time one of these passes, the stock market goes right up, and that's where their money's at. So that's all they care about. They don't care if you're starving to death. They don't care if your landlord has been knocking on your door for the last 2 weeks looking for a rent check. That doesn't matter to them. You can wait, or you can't, who cares? If you were Boeing, they would have had a nice bailout package ready with you, your own personalized bailout package. $50 billion on top of the fact that 1/3 of Boeing's profits are directly funded by the taxpayers. Another failed model that just should not exist anymore. Boeing should go under. We don't need it. It doesn't work. If you started a small business and you had a down quarter, the government wouldn't come and bail you out. No, they would say, you don't know how to run a business. Go back to stocking cans at Walmart or picking up trash for the city. You're not good enough to be a business owner. But when one of their friends runs a company into the ground, well, now hold on. That's the rich, that's the elite, that's the people we love. We'll take care of them. Don't worry. We'll just do it on the backs of working Americans. We'll just take more of their money. And it's not even like it's taking our money anymore, because they've put us into so much debt that they're borrowing off our grandchildren, our great grandchildren in some cases. It's fine. Screw them, right? Because that's all we are to them, is working drones. And neither side has fought for us. There was only one politician in Congress right now who not only called for them to start meeting again and to working on packages, who also said that she was going to vote no on this whole thing because it was uh, completely inferior to what we need. She also argued the fact that they would pass this and then go back on vacation again, and she was right. And that's AOC, which, if you ask most people, they can't stand AOC. But that's who's fighting for you. That's it. Ocasio-Cortez, a freshman congresswoman. The rest of them, I don't see Josh Hawley, Lindsey Graham, Rand Paul. None of them grandstanding. None of them voting no on this package. I'm sure there'll be a few more that comes out said, oh yeah, they ended up voting no. Sure, that's fine. That works great, except for hiding behind the veil of your party and not actually challenging your party to get anything done to address the American people and tell them why this is so bad. But yeah, you can vote no in silence. Just hope your constituents don't notice, because you might make a decision that might get you voted out. And that's the only reason I respect AOC. She doesn't really care. She voted no on her principles. Meanwhile, they're going to continue. I bet you there will be a third stimulus package, if not a fourth. And every single package is going to get worse and worse and worse. Better for them, worse for you. Not like that first one, though. That first one, that was special. That one, they got us out of $4.8 trillion and allowed the Fed to buy any debt from any company they choose, which of course, no oversight, it's going to go to the richest. It already has basically said that. They're not coming down to look at the local mom and pop diner to buy their debt. Of course not. And then, of course, they get to work with Wall Street as well. All just funded by our money. I understand where people want to get angry with the protesters right now. I understand where people are angry with their governors for keeping us shut down. I understand all of that. But guys, we have one enemy. And it's the people we put in power. And we're all finding out one thing is we didn't put them in power. Donald Trump isn't the president because he got more votes. Donald Trump is the president because he has a lot of really, really rich friends in high places that helped him, that donated $234 million in his 3 months that he was running against Hillary Clinton. That's why he's president. Your vote didn't do anything about that. Nancy Pelosi, worth $84 million. How do you do that as a senator? You don't. Not from just a senator's pay. No, you have rich friends who keep getting you elected, who are kind of ride or die when it comes to primarying. That is why We have no control over these people. And the only way we can actually do anything about it is vote for somebody like AOC, who is funded completely by the people. And we pray and hope. And by the way, even Matt Gaetz, a Republican, he's on board with this. Josh Hawley has been on board with this. We vote them in, and then we hope that they don't get corrupted. That's our only option right now. And it's sad because we're at a weird place where right now we want to worry about protesting to get our jobs back, or we want to laugh at the protesters and mock them, or be scared by all of this, which is all valid. But none of that's going to help. And I say that because you can open the economy, but you can't force people to shop. You can laugh at people that are just trying to get their job back so they don't starve to death, but really, are you the liberal there? Are you the bleeding heart when you're making fun of someone who's worried about losing their house? And yeah, we can worry, but it's not going to help anything. In fact, it's going to make things worse. It's going to mess up your immune system. Then you're going to catch the shit and die. Hopefully not. But all I'm saying is there's only one real answer, and that is we go to social media. We write letters to our representatives. We form our own party, so to speak, together, left and right. And we complain, and we throw a hissy fit, and we protest the government. You want to get on board with libertarians as well? Fine, we'll withhold taxes as well. We need to send a message to these people that they work for us, that we are the majority. We're the 95%, 99%, whatever you want to say, at least 95%. They're 5%. Their goddamn wealth cannot control us. And we need to stand on that platform and fight for that ideology. Because if not, we've already lost our country, and there's no real meaning to it. Yeah, we can fight about if Donald Trump's offensive or not. But it doesn't change anything. We can argue who's racist and who isn't, who shouldn't say words that they shouldn't, but who cares? Because we're living in a country that isn't our own. Our country was taken away long ago by the elites. If we don't get it back, who cares what we're fighting over? You have an abortion here or not. It's not ours. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. I would love your input on any of this. Have a great day.